So I wanted to film kind of an update video, and I wanted to mention a couple of different things that have come up in comments recently, but I didn't want to make just a video about those couple of things. So I thought I would do a little bit of a Q&A. I'm allowing some questions to amass. I say amass, there'll be about 4 questions on Instagram whilst I chat about the other stuff, and then we'll see what questions I have to answer at the end. So it's just a quick video today. I just wanted to kind of cover a couple of things that have come up. So number 1, I changed my channel name. Now, it's intentional now, but when I did it, it wasn't intentional. I said I wasn't going to change my channel name. I changed my blog to Michaela.com last year. I changed my social media stuff just because once I found out that I could have my name, I could not have those things. Once I could have my name as my handle and I could have Michaela.com, I couldn't pass them up. So I took those. But I was keeping Diary of a Spendaholic, which is my second YouTube channel, which is basically everything that I don't feel is either appropriate or fits in with the Miss Budget Beauty aesthetic here. And then Miss Budget Beauty, which I wasn't intending on changing, and here's how it happened. For those of you that don't have a YouTube channel, which might be a lot of you, I don't know, your Google Plus, I mean, you probably know from having the Google Plus connected to your YouTube account if you comment, but Google Plus and YouTube are connected, obviously, because it's all kind of one company, but I forgot that they were connected, and I was going on Google Plus, like, I never use Google Plus, should I use Google Plus? So I was kind of updating things and going to change my picture and stuff like that, and I changed my name from Miss Budget Beauty to Michaela McDade, because that's what it is on all of my other social media platforms, forgetting that that is connected. And so once I realised I'd done it, because it says you can only change your name so many times, and I was like, yeah, fine, okay. Once I realised I'd done it, I thought I'd stick with it, because what if I changed it back and then I changed my mind and yada, yada, yada. So the actual channel name, the URL, is still Miss Budget Beauty. The content isn't going to change. It wasn't like a conscious decision to move away from Budget Beauty or to change anything about my channel. It was kind of an accident that I'm rolling with. So yeah. It is still Miss Budget Beauty as far as I'm concerned. It's just that the name on my channel is my name. So hopefully that answers the questions that I had so many questions, and I was like, I didn't even think anyone would see that. I didn't even notice. And then once I realized that it was a thing, I decided to change my header and all that stuff. So that's the reason. It's probably something I would have done eventually, but it wasn't something I was planning on doing yet. So that was the main reason for making the video. I kind of just wanted to cover that because it's been asked so many times. I was repeating myself in the comments constantly, and hopefully that will answer the question for those of you that haven't asked already. Second question that was coming up a lot is how it is living with my parents. For those of you that don't follow my vlogs or haven't heard me mention it before, in December we bought a house with my parents. So we didn't move into my parents' house, we didn't move back home, we all bought a house together. It's obviously going to be an adjustment. Lots of people have been asking for an update. I don't want to do an update yet. It feels like we've lived together forever at this point, but it's been really 2 months, so I don't really want to update you and say anything about it and how it's going, because that could change massively. So I could say, wow, it's really, really good, and then in a couple of months' time I might go, but there are these niggly problems or whatever. And for those of you that maybe are thinking about doing it, because a lot of people were talking about that when I was talking about it last year when we were house hunting, I don't want to give kind of like a false sense of what it's like when we haven't really been doing it for very long at all. So I will say I feel really, really settled, because I can really only speak for myself. I feel really, really settled. I feel like we've got our own space. We have got our own living areas, we've got our own bathrooms, obviously everyone's got their own bedroom. We share a kitchen and a dining area. The main living space that my parents have got is kind of an open space because it's off the dining room and it's not closed. It's like a small, snug area. So they've got a couple of chairs and their TV. Now their living area gets used a lot less than ours. Plus obviously we've got the kids in here and I work from the living room too. So there was a reason that we ended up with the living room, but also at some point we're going to end up adding to the house. We're going to have a conservatory that will be my mum and dad's main living room, that will be a private living room that's shut off. But the thing that they decided to do before the conservatory was have a shed in the garden. Now I don't know whether or not the vlog will have gone up, because I took Emma and Chris in it when they came up the other weekend, and I finally showed a little bit of my dad's bar in the garden, but it's awesome. It's basically a fully insulated outdoor room. He's got everything, you know, it's got sky in there, it's got heating, lights, everything. So rather than the conservatory going up first, he decided to put the outdoor room in because they had a lot of furniture didn't fit in the house that went in there, a lot of bar furniture from previous houses. So although they've got a little snug area, if you looked at a tour of the house, they've actually got an outdoor living space that is kind of a private outdoor living space. So it's still in progress. We're still kind of finding our feet a little bit, but so far so good. I'm really enjoying it. It's great for us with the kids because we can pop out here and there. We've been to the gym together. We regularly go to yoga together on a Thursday night now, which is great. And it's been brilliant from that aspect. The dogs are very rarely by themselves. Someone's almost always in for a parcel. There are lots and lots of positives, and obviously we're splitting bills and stuff, so it's saving us all money. So yeah, so far so good, but I don't want to do a big update and say these are the pros and the cons, because it's really not been a long enough period of time yet. But that was just for those of you that, number one, asked how it was going, and number two, asked how we were splitting the house. Because that was another frequently asked question, both in vlogs and on these kind of videos, which I can kind of understand, because you look at it and you go, well, what space is what space? And hopefully that answers that. So they were the two main questions that have been coming up recently. Let's get into the actual Q&A stuff from Instagram. We'll just do a couple because I am kind of running out of time. Babbled on for longer than I thought I would. Number one, Olwyn and Brie, hopefully I said that right. When are you going to Vegas and where are you staying? We're going in about 6 weeks, probably 5 weeks as this goes up, like mid-April. We're actually going again in August with the children, which is insane, I know. I always said we would never take the children when they're children. Maybe Ella, but not like Milo. I felt was too little. I 100%, I have judged parents when I've seen them with pushchairs on the strip at late at night. I have, and I didn't want that. I didn't want me to be that. But we've all been there. We've all judged something and then done it, haven't we? And the reason that we decided to take the kids in August is because the deal was so good. It's actually costing us less to take the kids. I know it's going to be red hot, I know, but there's loads of indoor activities and air conditioned stuff. But, ooh, my timer is telling me I haven't got much time. Yeah, loads of indoor activity and stuff, so I'm not worried about the heat. But we were going to take them back to New York because that was amazing last year with the children. But the deal was half the price of New York, and it was less than we are paying to go by ourselves in April to take all 4 of us in August, which is insane. It was just over £2,000 for all 4 of us for a week in the Cosmopolitan in a 1-bedroom suite. It was too good. It was too good. I keep looking back and checking to make sure we've actually all got a flight. It was amazing. So we're actually going twice this year, which seems entirely decadent or excessive. I'm excited to go by ourselves because obviously you can do stuff that you can't do with the kids, but we've done that before. I'm really excited to go with the kids in August and do stuff kind of like when we took them to New York. It was a different New York. It was a different trip for me. We did stuff that I had never done before, and it was summer as well. It was just it was completely different, and I really, really enjoyed taking the kids to New York. So I'm really excited to see what stuff we see and what kind of different holiday we have when we take them. One of the different things that we're going to do when we go on our own in April is we're going to do a little road trip to California. That's something we've always wanted to do, and we're thinking of maybe doing a California road trip with the kids next year, and we thought we'll just do a little tester with just us and see how it goes. So fingers crossed, that's great. But I think we're just going to do like a day or something, just drive down. And where are we staying this time? We're staying at the Vdara again, which is where we stayed last time. Yasmin1983 asked, will you be vlogging your Vegas trip? Absolutely. How could you go on holiday and not vlog it? Tracy HW03, how are you all settling in, living together? Is it harder than you thought it would be? Again, loads of questions like that, and I think I've answered that. But is it harder? Honestly, for me, no. I thought me and my dad would butt heads all the time because he's almost always in the house. For me, it was harder to find my rhythm with work. You will notice that from December to the end of January, really the middle of February, I hadn't really found my... I didn't feel 100% comfortable filming all the time when someone was in the house. The dogs are so noisy. I just hadn't found my groove, and I feel like I'm getting out of that now. So that was really difficult for me at first. My working from home thing, and just people understanding that when you're at home, you're still working. Even though it looks like I'm not working, I am working. That's kind of a difficult thing. But the actual just generally living together, I haven't found difficult at all. Lindsay Christina asks, what is the one skincare product you couldn't live without? At the moment, it's the clarifying gel from Garnier. I did a sponsored video for them. That clarifying gel is amazing. I stopped using it and I got a big spot here. I was like, right, okay, gotta go back to that. And I started using the full 3-step. I stopped using it for like maybe 3 days. And I was using other things and trying out some masks and stuff, and yeah, I'm going back to that 100%. Because the video that went up last week was actually filmed a month ago. Everything's been so delayed, but I've been so into that skincare line, and that particular product is the one that now I couldn't live without, because it's been really helping me clear my skin up. G1 Croft asks, what designer item are you currently lusting after? I'm trying to get away from, I mean, this is famous last words, but I'm trying to get away from spending, like, because last year was my year of like ridiculous luxury. Looking like, I started with a Chanel handbag for my 30th birthday, which I bought myself, but still, and it just spiraled. It was like, and now I want this, no, I want this, no, I want this. And it is addictive, and it is something that you kind of sometimes have to step back and go, I don't need this stuff. Like, I would rather save this money, or I'd rather spend the money elsewhere. This year I'm trying to do less of that and spend more money on experiences and like holidays and doing things. So there are a couple of things that I would really like, but I'm trying to kind of scale it back down to more mid-range brands so that I can spend the money on things, other things. Rebecca Stewart 20 asks, do you think you will have any more children? I really don't think I will have any more children, no. I always say never, you just don't know, but I don't think that I will have any more children. It's not in the plan. April Mark, which tattoo are you planning on covering? I actually have, that was one of the things I was going to mention and I completely forgot. I have an appointment tomorrow, so a week ago as you're watching this, to cover 2 tattoos that I hate. One is a cherry on my hip, which is the most embarrassing tattoo. The one in the middle of my back, tramp stamp, is a star, and I'm covering it with like, it's like a peony with some paisley design either side to cover. Maybe it'll be horrible, I don't know. Right now, nobody ever sees these tattoos but me, and I just want to cover it with something that I like. Cover it with something prettier. I'm not intending on having tons more tattoos or anything, but I really dislike them. They're not good tattoos, and I wanted to cover them with something else. So we'll see, but I will definitely be talking about that in a different video. Eat Lovecraft, top tips for starting a blog, tips for blog photography. Starting a blog, I would say, blog about what you want, write in the style that you are used to talking. Don't try and make it anything that you are not. And blog photography is just natural light wherever possible, and that's probably it. Natural light wherever possible is the top. Louisa Serentina, maybe? Yes, I think so. What's a typical workout for you in the gym? Where's your favourite shop or brand for sportswear for beginners or on a budget? H&M, 100%. Primark's been quite good recently, but H&M for stuff that fits really nicely. And I focus mostly on legs because my legs are strong and I enjoy those workouts, and I'm only going to the gym if I enjoy it. So I've been doing, I don't do a tremendous amount. Most of the time I spend on the bike, and I'm quite excited for when it gets a bit warmer, actually going out on a bike. Most of the time I use the bike, and sometimes I'll do some weights and some of the like leg press machines and stuff like that. And then yoga, we've been going to weekly yoga that I've been really enjoying. Iona Faye, best spot treatment, already covered, 100% love that, clarifying tonic. Bethany Faye XO, I know you've been asked a few Vegas questions, but me and my partner are going Vegas next June, and while we're there, we're hoping to get married. I know you and Lee thought about getting married. If you had, where would you have had it done? Oh my goodness, there were so many places I wanted to go. Depending on budget, 100%, because there are some gorgeous places. MGM has an amazing chapel, but it's quite expensive. Any of the ones in the hotels are quite pricey. Chapel of the Flowers was a little bit further out, and a beautiful place to get married. Had like a gazebo outside and twinkle. I have a big thing for like fairy lights. There are so many different places. I don't think you can really go wrong because it's going to be just you, I would imagine. And for me, that was the whole thing of a Vegas wedding, was that whole thing was to be just, it's just intimate, just you and that person, and it's a very private moment, and that is what I wanted. We didn't do that. Whether we do it again in the future and renew our vows, I don't know. But for me, that was the whole thing. So it wouldn't have really mattered where we'd done it, but I had actually got a list. If you look on my blog, there's a wedding section from when it used to be called Miss Budget Bride, and there's a whole thing that I did about different places. I actually think that I got to the end of the list, so part of the reason that I only had a certain amount of time is because I've got some food in the oven, so it's probably burnt to a crisp right now. But that's it. If you've got any more questions you would like me to answer, I may make this a more regular thing, because I think certain things come up and there's no other place to put updates and like certain topics of conversation. Maybe I'll do another one when my tattoo is healed, and I'll talk about maybe whether or not I regret doing it or not. But yeah, hopefully this has answered some of the questions you guys might have had recently. I'm gonna go and have my lunch now, and I will see you guys in my next video.